this show you the mindset our people is telling his people, we finna get our shit back. She laughing. She think it's funny, and she's telling Dirty, don't worry about that. We ain't getting this shit back. Well, I'm going to ride with Dirty on this. I'm going to ride with Old Dirty Bastard and Dark Man X. Now, DMX gave us a fair warning in the Damien series about how these motherfuckers trick our children. Damien is that nigga that look like us that ain't us. Catch the little young riders trying to show that they worth. And in the process of this, they send them to do their dirt. So now the one that sent them, hands is clean. But what's gonna happen to Shorty doing the stick-ups and the murders for this nigga? What's gonna happen to Shorty? Who gonna send this motherfucker commissary? And if he get life in prison, how long is he's gonna be taken care of doing that life bit not to tell on this nigga that sent him? Right, so this is what we looking at. Right, so Old Dirty put in this song that the Indians sold Manhattan for trinkets, but tribal land can't be sold. Universal law says that at the close of the age, in order to reestablish order, all things must be returned back to the source from which they came. That means that since we were already here, right, when we got here, I like to say that, we've been here so fucking long, it was no here when we got here. We came in as what you call spirits of the earth. The spirits of the earth spring out the land like a tree. We organic. We not indigenous. We not native. We organic. That take you a step further than being indigenous. And that take you a step further than being native. Because after you done been here for a generation or two, now you indigenous to this land. After you've been here, been born on the land, you become native to the land. But you ain't organic. Those organic motherfuckers is us. So they can put their walls up. They can quarantine us off on reservations. Right? They can put us wherever they want to put us. Yep, Credo Mutwa, Zulu, High Chief Priest. Yep. Look up Goodwill Sweetathini. Since you know who Credo is, you got to know who the chief was. You know who the priest was, but you got to also know who the chief was. Which is going to take me into the next part of this. What I wanted to talk about was Pan-Africanism. I'm a Garveyite, but I'm not what you would call a true Pan-African in the sense that I know we ain't came from no motherfucking Africa. And I know the only reason that Garvey told us to study Pan-Africanism, snake, the cat, the rat, the dog. How you gonna see him when you're living in the fog? Garvey said, study the shit out of this Pan-African shit. What you want me to study that shit for? It ain't got nothing to do with me. Yes, it do. Yes, it do. I'm not an African. That shit don't got nothing to do. Yes, it do. Why? Why do Pan-Africanism have anything to do with me? And the answer is in this. Any true Pan-Africanist student from this side of the water will be talking to Africans about the concept of us being brought on ships. And the Africans that we gonna be talking to gonna say, nigga, y'all wasn't brought over there on no ships. Y'all was already there. Y'all motherfuckers at home. We the motherfuckers got invaded just like y'all. That's what they gonna tell us. Right? Just like they got their own tribes, cultures, and traditions in the motherland. We had the same shit over here. We actually sent trade between one another. We actually intermarried with all tribes. That's why this is called the Great Melting Pot before there was ever a George Washington, right? But we still ain't from over there. We from here, from right here. Good old fashioned, oh shit. I don't even want to call this shit America. I don't even want to call this shit USA, America, or nothing like that. Because none of that shit really got anything to do with us. It's about colonizing and being colonized. Well, studying Pan-Africanism, you will find out from the Africans that we ain't came from no goddamn Africans. So now the question boils down to its lowest common denominator. Who the fuck you want to believe? The motherfuckers that's telling you this your shit, or the motherfucker telling you you came from somewhere else when your soul no different? Right? So they tell you you need a nationality. Every nation is a corporation. Anyone who subscribes to the concept, doctrine, and nationality becomes a straw man. When you become a straw man, you become classified in law as an imbecile. Why? Straw man don't have a brain. Remember, Wizard of Oz? What was the scarecrow going to get? A brain. Right? What was the Tin Man going to get? A heart. Right? What's the Tin Man? The tax identification number. What's the straw man? A legal fiction. Something that only exists within law but has no standing as what you call a juristic person. They become a de facto person. And we become sui juris. That means lawgivers over the legal fictions. The legal fictions is governed under the law of nations. The law of nations is governed under the Uniform Commercial Code and international trade and maritime law. Right? So when you look at this shit again, Dane Calloway said, reach out, send me that information, screenshot or something in my inbox. Because I've been trying to get in touch with Dane. They blocking me at every turn from making contact with that brother. So I already know what's going on. And I'm telling motherfuckers that's in the know what's going on. And this is what's going on. They don't want motherfuckers like me, like Dan Calloway, like Brother Kalai, all collaborating to tell the same fucking story from our angle. We all saying the same shit. Right? We all telling these motherfuckers is that we didn't come on ships. We was already here. Y'all can't trick us no more. We not falling for the banana in the tailpipe and free fucking Larry Hoover. Right? But we all saying it in our different way. Anybody that's for the people of the land. Yeah, these motherfuckers on some shit, boy, with these accounts. They trying to fight for the ones that's telling y'all the facts. All these shit you can go look up. Africans don't think we from Africa. They don't have that don't exist. The only way you can find it out is if you are studying under Pan-Africanism and you start talking to Africans and they start telling you there's no record of that over here. The Nigerians say it. The South Africans say it. I didn't talk to them all. Kenyans say it. They do say that from Ethiopia, the Sudan, and Egypt, the Arabs invaded North Africa and Northeast Africa and took slaves into the Middle East. They still doing it. It haven't stopped. But they ain't bringing them over here. And they never was bringing them over here. Right? So the question becomes is, what the fuck is they talking about? We came on some ships. Now somebody said the other day, I said, it's funny that we've been seafaring people for thousands of years. We got a 5,000-year-old boat from a Egyptian pharaoh. We got a motherfucking 3,500-year-old boat from a Chinese emperor. But we don't have one of these so-called slave ships. Right? They don't exist. Right? They don't fucking exist. what we call a slave ship that they've been giving us this narrative does not exist. And he said, well, we wasn't as slaves, we was considered as product, and what we need to be looking for instead of a slave ship is what you would call a trade ship or a merchant ship. I studied that shit. I know about the merchant ships, but there was no room to bring millions. Because remember, they said they brought so many people over here that they lost between 200 to 300 million people in the Middle Passage. That don't even make no sense. That's almost a third of the continent today. So imagine before the population boom, how many people that would have been draining from over there, and they steady telling us that we came on ships, right? They done found sunken civilizations, entire cities, but we still ain't found one of these slave ships that they didn't. They made a replica of one. They did that, put it in the museum, but we ain't never found one actual ship. Dane Calloway did a thing on this one, the Flotilda or some shit, Broomhilda or whatever the fuck that ship was. They supposed to found in the bay down in the NO, and that turned out just to be some scrap remnants of an old boat. But that's not a slave ship. It's not big enough to accommodate the numbers of people that they telling us was on that ship. It's not big enough. Not only is it not big enough, right? It's not enough of it to even determine what kind of ship it was. Right? So they got a wreckage site of some kind of boat, but they can't really tell you what it is. We falling for this dumbass shit. I'm not falling for it. Right? So while I'm sitting here and I'm listening to different people starting to see this shit now, right? Once that motherfucker exposed, it's exposed. Them niggas ain't us. And I call them niggas. I'm going to call them niggas to the end of the earth because they got a niggardly mentality. All these motherfuckers want to do is live off our works, live off our labor, live off our wealth. They don't want to do nothing for themselves, right? And anytime we start waking up, they send a motherfucker that look like us, but he ain't us, to keep us in control. So they system must be torn down according to our system that predated their system. It's an oral tradition. Everybody need to be putting these motherfuckers on public notice that they are in a de jure capacity of a sovereign being, not subject to the de facto reign of terror of the legal fiction called the United States Corporation, a slave trading company of England. Once you know who did it, where they at, why they done it, what they up to, and then it make more sense to you to put it together. They ain't us. They want our shit. That's the bottom fucking line. They believe that if they can convince us to never see who the fuck we is, to never realize that we organic to the land, fuck indigenous, fuck native, those are legal terminologies. Organic is more of a what you call a natural terminology. To be organic from the land, we grew from this shit like trees. We from the land like literally, like we've been here so long it wasn't no here when we got here. We had to create here in order to have somewhere to call here. Right? So all of this shit don't got nothing to do with us. So the ODB is one of the chiefs on the land. Right? Now, y'all need to be aware that New York is on some real stand-up shit right now. I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about. Because people be thinking I just be talking and that there ain't no truth and that these guys they calling gangbangers is really not about unity. I'm gonna show y'all something. We find this post. This is when you show I can show you better than I can tell you philosophy. That's where I come from. I can show you better than I can tell you. Okay, there. Let me try over here. I wonder where I shit at. Let's see if I send it to her over here. Oh, I'm tripping. This shit ain't that hard to find. You go back to my home page, go back to my saved, and it'll be there. Here.
Peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No peace! No justice!
Okay, before I show y'all this, this is New York.
No justice! No peace!
Now, I want y'all to see, I'm gonna flip the camera for this one. I want y'all to see what it say. This was powerful. The Stones, the Bloods, the Crips, Latin Kings, all marched together for peace. Now they telling y'all that what I'm talking about some bullshit, and there ain't no truth with these motherfuckers. But this is the proof right here. Somebody sent me this, like yesterday. What's going on, God? Can you hear me? I think your mic muted. I think your mic muted. We can't hear you.
Here we go. Hello?
There you go. What's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on,
yeah.
brother?
Not much, fam. I just been trying to tap in to try to link in some way to spread some of this stuff. You know, I be on that industry stuff, but I just been trying to figure out, fam, just one question. And I'm off and running. We was here in some form and sense before anybody else, right?
Yeah.
That's all I need to know. And I've been following, like I done read every Zachariah extension book, all that, and I know the course and the trade, but I just couldn't understand the overfaith for the underlay. And you put it out there for me. I appreciate you, fam.
Yeah, we always been here.
Yes.
Look, we got tribes all over the earth that always been here. But there's one tribe that haven't always been here, and that's who we trying to get rid of.
Yeah. And that stemmed from an allele?
Yeah. Them and little kids. Them the bad kids that came to the spirit school and started putting establishment in it.
Yeah. That's all I need to understand, fam. I got a few joints I'm going to send you with that free Larry Hoover on it and in it. And we going to spread them all out. Peace and
All
love.
right.
Respect.
Yeah. Peace and love. Share this video.
Yes, sir. You know I'm sharing them. I got you.
All right. Yeah. Hey, sweetie.
Hi, Rod. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good. I just wanted to. I watch you a lot to get a lot of information from you that I already been knowing. I just need to be reassured. I had a question. I quit my job. I used to work in construction. I'm from LA. I used to work in construction, and I quit my job because something just didn't feel right. So I quit my job, but I like working with kids. I love working with kids. So I'm trying to stay, I haven't been working, but I'm looking for work I just hope I'm on the right path. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Am I on the right path? Someone told me to quit. I just quit. I just up and quit. So now
That's the same thing I did.
you did.
Big Mama told me not to go back to work, so I ain't go back to work.
I haven't. And look, I always say I don't work for mankind. I work for mothers. So